Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. It's been so long, hasn't it? It feels like it's been forever since we've had rain.
Well, we really need it because it's been so dry.
Yeah, in fact, we do have more of a drought going on right now, which is not what you want to see, especially for this time of year, which tends to stay a little bit drier. But I do have good news for those of you that haven't really enjoyed these last couple mornings because it's been very chilly. This weekend's going to be a lot warmer, and that's going to start off with tomorrow morning. Instead of getting down to around 35, which was our low at the airport earlier today, I'm looking at about 47 there. Now, one thing that's going to hold these temperatures up a bit is going to be that wind starting to pick up, and that's going to be an impact that some of you have going on right now. But I think just about everyone around town is going to be feeling that closer towards the middle of the morning tomorrow, and that is going to help out those temperatures. Now, a spot like Benson isn't really going to have that same kind of impact with the winds, which is why I think they're going to get down to 28, while an area like Wilcox with the higher elevation typically gets cooler than Benson, but the wind is going to have a much bigger impact on them, and that should keep them right around the freezing point for their low, which is a little bit more than average for them for this time of year. You're down there in Sierra Vista, about 40 degrees for you. That's another spot that's going to be impacted by the wind. One thing it's not going to change up, though, is the high temperature. I do think we're going to take another step forward here, warming up in between 75 and 77 for the most part. Some areas like the foothills and the east side could get a tad bit warmer than that, 79 for those two spots. Sells is going to be another spot I think could hit 79, Ajo 76, and you also have Nogales at 74 degrees, so still warmer than average temperatures expected for just about everyone. And this has a lot to do with that high pressure center that we've been tracking for you over the last few days. All right, so when it comes to the wind gusts, this is going to be an issue for this evening, just for those of you at higher elevations, and it's going to be lasting through the overnight hours. So spots like Vail, Oracle, Bisbee, back like I mentioned, Wilcox is a spot as well. That's where you could have wind gusts in between 30 and 40 miles per hour. But I think Tucson at best is going to be in that 15 to about 20 mile per hour mark, maybe even as high as 25. But we're not looking at a wind advisory. We're not looking at damaging winds or anything like that. It's just something to keep in mind as this high pressure continues to roll on through. The next thing we're looking at once we're done with the high pressure is a low. And as Angelique mentioned, there is going to be a rain chance trying to sneak its way in by the middle of next week. So Wednesday evening, that's going to be our first chance of rain. I think those chances are only going to get better as we work our way through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And even as we get into that following Saturday, you're still going to have some decent rain chances continuing. So really, we can watch this system help us out a lot when it comes to the rain totals. In fact, one of the more conservative ones has us under about half an inch of rain, but there are others that give us a full inch of rain in between Wednesday and Saturday. So that's something we'll have a much better idea of what to expect by early next week, right before we get into that system. Now, once we get into the next 7 days here, you are going to notice more clouds starting to work their way in during the weekend. That's not translating to any rain just yet. As I mentioned, that's saved for later. And temperatures, Angelique, staying on the warmer side. We're not going to see any lows down to the 30s anytime soon.